What's up, y'all? Y'all, like good Texan. Dude, it's fucking Christmas. It's a nice, probably about 50 something right now. So it's Christmas. It's kind of chilly. Not too bad. Bike wouldn't start this morning, but obviously I got it to start now. I've always wanted to see if I could fit my bike through one of these. I actually haven't. I just now decided that I wanted to try it. How legal is this? Good job paying attention. So, the topic that I wanted to talk about today actually is maybe not a really good, like, for Christmas Day topic. I wanted to talk about depression. I mean, this is a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time because it's something that really hits home for me. But, you know, the whole, like, audio setup and everything, this still isn't great. Like, this isn't exactly how I'd want to present it. And, you know, I think that it's not actually that bad of a time to talk about this because seasonal depression is something that affects a lot of people. And if you don't know what that is, I mean, it's like around a certain time of the year, usually, obviously, for people who are having it now, it's around winter time. So people who have seasonal depression, you know, they can be fine for the majority of the year, but then out of nowhere, it's like they're really sad. Most of the time, people are able to deal with it, you know, but some people don't know how to deal with it, really. And, I mean, like, some people will even end up killing themselves over just temporary kind of depression, you know. But so I just wanted to, like, talk about depression in general and kind of hit on some of that. So I suffered from depression quite a lot, like when I was in, it started, I mean, I'd probably say that it started in middle school probably, and definitely was a big factor in my life in high school and in starting out in college too. You know, as a kid, you have, and I mean kid, I'm talking like teenager and young adult, you have lived such little bit of life, and I'm fucking 22, I'm talking, you know, but it's this realizing that, you know, getting this different perspective on shit, and realizing the world isn't going to end because, like, 3 months of your life feel like they're lived in hell, you know. So I had some pretty big incidents that happened in high school. Main bit of it all is that I was actually cutting myself, and I still like it, but, you know, you find different ways to deal with wanting to feel pain, and it's a really hard thing because a lot of people don't understand it. But, like, I mean, you cut yourself legitimately or something. I was doing it at the time mainly for blood, and I cannot bring myself to do some of the shit that I used to be able to do in high school. It's a hard thing, and I think for parents especially, it's like, I mean, obviously, like, anybody who has any sort of empathy is like, why are you hurting yourself? This is horrible. And it doesn't really matter. It gets this whole, like, guilt trip thing going in your head. I mean, and it's a good to an extent because it makes you, when you're in that mindset, it makes you go like, oh shit, like, I shouldn't do it, I shouldn't kill myself because, you know, think of the way that my family is gonna, other people, it isn't something other people should force on you either, and it's definitely not something you should force on yourself. Even though it does help to an extent to be like, no, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do this. Because, I mean, obviously, if you tell yourself that you should do it and you manage to justify it in your mind, and I mean, it is very unhealthy, and there are much healthier ways to get that kind of pain fix, the adrenaline rush, you know. My favorite is riding motorcycle, doing karate, you know, doing physical exercise, something where you can get hurt, something where you need your full concentration, so you're not thinking about how you feel today. You're just thinking about, I need to keep doing these push-ups, I need to punch harder, I need to move faster. Punishing yourself physically by doing intense exercises is definitely a viable option rather than taking a blade to your skin. You know, this past summer, like, it was the first time, I think that the absolute worst time of I absolutely wanted to die, and I didn't want to kill myself. Get in those states, and if you haven't gotten into that state ever, I mean, like, feel really appreciative of that, because it really is a thing. Just getting into the state where, you know, you want to just walk out in the middle of the road and hope to God that a car, like, hits you and kills you or something. Sitting in traffic or driving down the road, and there's something in you that's just like, steer hard left right now, flip your car, run into that person, like, fucking kill yourself, you know? Or cause something that will make you die, or some kind of, like, even just action in your life, something about going to the hospital, about people showing that they actually care about you. Because you have friends, and you can go seek out these friends, but then it's like, as soon as somebody kills themselves, it's like, oh, there was so much that we should have done, there was so much more we could have, and it's like, we didn't know that they were feeling that way. When people are in that state, they have, like, these little things. I mean, they kind of want people to talk to them, but they kind of don't at the same time, you know. It's just a whole thing, and it's really hard to read what you should do or shouldn't do. But just, you know, like, being a good person, being a friend to somebody who needs it, you know, talking to somebody who just really wants to talk. Because it's so hard for people in that state to actually want to open up and talk to anybody. And if you are in that state, you want to feel so isolated, like, you purposefully isolate yourself from people, you purposefully don't respond, you don't want them to bother you. But then there's also, like, the subconscious, like, you're doing that because you want them to get kind of alarmed, that you kind of want them to check in on you and be like, dude, what's fucking going on, man? Like, you haven't been talking in several days, like, are you okay? And you're like, no, dude, I'm not okay, you know? But the majority of the time when you ask people that, they're like, oh yeah, dude, I'm fine, everything's great. Oh, yeah. If you're feeling that way, man, honestly, the best thing you can do is talk to somebody. Talk to fucking anybody. If you need to, you can fucking talk to me. Like, I don't have a whole lot of time, and I'm really not good at responding to text messages or anything like that, but, dude, if you really need somebody to talk to, I will fucking make time to talk to you. And I'm not fucking lying. Like, there are so many YouTubers, like, I'm not really harping on them too much, you know, because it's a really hard thing to make time and, pay attention to everybody, but actually the majority of the time, all you need to do is talk to somebody. It was a whole thing for me. The majority of my depression at first came from, like, the whole cutting myself, like, religious kind of things. Like, I didn't quite understand my religion. I'm Roman Catholic. Catholic Church is very overpowering in a lot of ways. I love a lot of the rules and stuff that the church does, but it really, like, it gets in your head and it just, like, eats away at your subconscious so much. It almost becomes like Big Brother in a way. Big Brother, the think police, you know, you should monitor what you're thinking and everything. It kind of becomes like that, and that can be really degrading to some people. Like, it's hard for me, so I'm kind of stepping back a little bit more and letting myself have some more freedom. It in turn makes you feel horrible because you're like, I'm not a good Catholic. Like, I'm gonna go to hell because I'm doing these like crazy, horrible things that I shouldn't be doing. But then you just gotta think, like, God loves you, man. And it's not so much about the punishment as, like, you know, saving graces and shit like that, and God will love you no matter what you do. But that you should be a good person. But that You know, like if you're gay or whatever, it really doesn't matter. Like God still loves you. You know, going to church and being in those things does help too. But when you're feeling down, the last thing you want to do is hang out with a bunch of crazy, I mean, like you'd say like Jesus freaks. That's like the last thing you want to do when you're feeling like that. But, you know, surrounding yourself with positive rather than negative really, really helps in those situations. Exercising really, really helps for depression. And you'll feel like shit up until the point that you actually do it and you finish and you're like, wow, I feel good now. And it's the such hardest thing to decide that you want to make it a regular thing. But, you know, sign up for something. Like, financially, sign up for something that will make you be like, I paid money for this, so damn it, I'm gonna fucking do it. And, like, that's the only way that I was keeping going with karate for a little while. You have to know how to talk to somebody who's feeling absolute shit, like either depressed or feeling like they want to commit suicide. People who have not felt like that don't understand the way that you need to talk to those people. First off, don't use guilt, like, oh, if you kill yourself, you know, think of your family, think of whatever, because that doesn't work. By the point that they're thinking that they want to kill themselves, they're already like, I don't care, I fucking hate everybody. Don't be like, wow, like, I can't believe that you do that to yourself, or you're being judgmental towards what they do or how they feel. Absolutely do not do that. What you should do is offer your complete support, a shoulder for them to come to. You should try your best to make as much time for them as you can. But don't force them to do something. Like, introverts get spooked really easily. The best way that you can support them is to, like, you invite them over or go over to their house, Netflix or something, watch a movie, just spend time together, talk, and don't push them to, like, talk about their issues. That's bad too. I mean, like, they will come to you if they feel like you're the right person at the right time that they want to talk to. Forcing somebody to talk about their issues before they're ready is, I think, that is the worst. That is the worst. Do not do that. Do not force somebody. And that's the horrible thing about fucking schools, like high schools and shit. I mean, like, I don't want to encourage you if you're feeling this way and you're in high school. I don't want to discourage you from, or encourage you to not go see, like, the social worker or go see help, because, I mean, like, legally, I can't encourage you to do that, but I had a very bad experience with my high school social worker, and she had absolutely no idea. I mean, like, you think she's a fucking, like, she's a fucking professional fucking social worker. She should have been trained on how to deal, but it was painfully obvious that she just did not understand how to communicate or to talk to people who were feeling like absolute shit, like they wanted to kill themselves or whatever. Having a good group of friends is probably one of the best things you can do. A good variety. Having a good variety of friends is really important. Because you don't want a bunch of people who think just like you, because all you guys are going to do is compound on each other's, like, stress and agony. You can have some people like that, because it's important to be able to share your experiences with each other and have people who understand you, understand what you're feeling, and can support you in that way. But also, you know, have a group of have a group of extrovert friends. Kind of force you out of your comfort zone a little bit, because it is important. You know, the worst thing is being stuck in your own head. I keep saying the worst. It's the worst. You're stuck in your own head pretty much 24/7, and that's when you start overthinking everything. And chill, do some stuff that doesn't require you to think for a little while, because you're gonna burn yourself out. That's usually why people who are depressed don't end up doing so well in school, is because they are using their mind power so much to think about these issues that they're having. And these kids are too smart. and they're thinking way too much. So then when it comes time to do math homework or English homework, they're fucking exhausted. They are so exhausted because they are constantly using their minds throughout the course of the day. I mean, like, I am dead serious, like, fucking 24/7. And this is one of the issues why I've dropped playing video games so much, because that was like one of my escapes. I'll attribute it kind of to like drinking. You drink to forget your problems or something. Well, I was fucking playing video games, just so I could have some like mindless just downtime. But video games are such a huge waste of time. They really are, and there's absolutely no way that I can keep up with my schoolwork. So finding different outlets. I mean, video game is a lot better than going out and getting drunk or fucking smoking at 15 and going and having sex, getting knocked up, knocking a girl up, doing whatever, you know? Like, getting high off your ass. Video games are a lot better outlet than doing that, but you gotta moderate. Everything in moderation, right? Does he know me? Oh shit, he's gonna turn around.
I recognize that KLR.
Oh yeah?
I'm Mr. 1000 Mexicans.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Like, it's a different helmet, but I know it's that same damn KLR.
I guess you're like the first one who's actually like spotted me and gotten to talk to me, so
Yeah.
dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right, sir.
You too. Thing sounds good. Oh, I don't remember what I was talking about beforehand. That's the absolute worst. I think that was most of what I wanted to talk about in relation to depression. Just fucking support people that you think are feeling that way, or you don't even have to know or think that they're feeling that way. Just fucking be a good person, man. If you are feeling that way, seriously, go talk to somebody, talk to your friends, talk to your friend's mom or something. I don't know. Get professional help. It's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing to have to go see a professional. It's really not. Alright, and let me tell you something about professional help. One, don't let them convince you outright that you need pills. Enough. Professionals are, they've actually gone to school for it. They know a lot more of how to help you than, your friend that's feeling really bad does. And there's no it's hard to get in with a professional for because usually they're very booked and they don't accept new patients very often. So it's usually pretty hard to get in to see a professional. But there's no stress. If you don't like them, if they don't mesh with you, or if you don't feel like they can help you solve the issues that you're having, there's absolutely no shame in trying to find somebody else. Because sometimes you just don't mesh with somebody. So, dear Lord, do not give up after the first time of going to see a professional. Don't be like, oh, well, this isn't for me, so I'm not going to do this anymore. Alright, I'll tell you. Nice, look at that, man. You see these two lanes over here, and you just fucking like, wow. You don't know where you're fucking standing, man. Look at you. Here. Oh god, I'm sorry. Whee! I don't trust you, motherfucker, because you don't know where the fuck you going. Ah, nigga, you fine. Dude, you ran that red light so bad. I don't give a shit. Oh yeah, I know you can hear me. I don't give a shit how much of in a hurry you are. Don't fucking run red lights, alright? Don't fucking put everyone else's life in danger just because you want to fucking get somewhere. Like, that much faster. Like, literally, we'll catch up to you in the next fucking light. Chill your shit. I said that, but I get pissed off if somebody's, like, not going as fast as I want to go, and they fucking make me miss a light. Get out of neutral! Oh, the air feels so refreshing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh.